morning. Well, today is paint two. Oh my God, this is already going badly. Today is day 2 of the ongoing paint saga. If you're just now joining the paint train, then here's what you missed. Basically, I've been trying to pick a color to paint 2 walls of the kitchen. We're not painting the entire kitchen for like 6 months, and I am terribly indecisive about it. I tried like 15 different paint samples. None of them were the one. Eventually, I kind of sorted out that the color that I was looking for was a pale green. However, that was a good step forward, but also a step backward because the hardware store in town here where I can buy paint, it only has very limited paint samples, and they didn't have almost any paint samples in a pale green. So my only option would be to order the paint samples off the internet. I did try doing that, and the ones that I ordered were like miles away from the color that actually arrived. So I wasn't like, I'm sure there are places where you can order great paint samples on the internet. That just wasn't my experience. So I kind of gave up on that. So what I did yesterday in the last video was to just buy a this size, I don't know, a half gallon of paint and just paint the wall. Good news was it was very close to the correct color that I've been searching for. Bad news was it wasn't quite the right one. You can see it right behind me here. It's just a little bit leaning too much towards like a yellowy limey green, and we need more of a bluey sagey green. So what I'm doing today is going back to the hardware store. I'm gonna buy another paint in that size, in a color that I did look at when I was there the first time. That was basically this color, but like 1 or 2 shades more sagey green. So I think maybe that's the right one. God, I hope so. Let's go. If you can't tell, I'm really over this whole process and I just want it to be done. And I want the kitchen to be a nice color, but like mostly I just want this to be done. Hello. I'm laying on the floor in despair because something terrible has happened. I painted the new color on one side of the wall and I don't like it. I know this is a problem that I'm just causing for myself. But when I painted half of the wall in the new color, I looked at it next to the first color that I painted yesterday, and the first color is a lot better. I think it's one of those things like you need to live with it for 24 hours to see it in all the different lights of the day, because the more I look at it, the more I like it. And I think that I've just wasted 3 hours of my time and 20 euros with the second color, because I'm about to go back to the hardware store and buy a bigger paint thing of the first color and paint the rest of the kitchen in that color. I should think of this as a positive thing. This is actually, I'm choosing a paint color. It's the first color, and then this project is closer to being done. God, I hope so. I'm so tired of painting. I hate painting anyway. And this is just, I guess it's one of those things you just have to learn when to stop like overthinking things. I really need to stop overthinking this because I like the first color. I'm very happy with it. And I need to just shut up and paint. All right, off to the hardware store. Done one coat. It's a little hard to see in this light because the furniture here is blocking the light, but one coat is done and I'm gonna let that dry while I go outside and do some aerial training, aerial rehearsal, and then I'm gonna come back and do a second coat. I'm also gonna do this small section of wall in the green. So I've done just the bit at the edge. But yeah, that's going to be green as well, but I will do that when I come back in from aerial. Okay, it is so windy outside that I swear I just saw a bird get blown past this window like it was the tornado scene in The Wizard of Oz. What is happening? Maybe I won't be doing any aerial today. Good morning. It is the next morning. I wanted to wait until there was proper sunlight in the kitchen to show you guys the finished product because it just didn't look the same with in the dark in the night. So it is the next morning and I finished painting. I have had a look this morning to make sure that there are any spots that I missed, and I think first off that I did a decent job of painting, which is very surprising for me, and that it only needs 2 coats, doesn't need a third. And second, that this is the color. I think maybe the painting in the kitchen is, well, I was going to say is done. Actually, there's still quite a lot that we're going to paint white. It's only got primer on it now. But the color, the hard part of the painting may be done. Here it is. happy with it. It is really, it's not exactly the color that I had in my head, but I think I like it even better than the color that I had in my head because it's slightly warmer, it's slightly more yellow based, and I think that that really brings a brightness and an energy to the kitchen. I really wanted to make sure the kitchen didn't feel cold, so I was really trying to avoid anything that was too blue based. And this, I think this is exactly what was needed. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm even more excited to finally be done with the painting of the color in here because that was a big step forward and I'm so happy about this. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what is left to do in the kitchen before it is finished. There's actually not a lot left to do in here. So we need to do a proper color coat of white onto this area. This is just primered at the moment, but it's ready for some white paint. We need to put in a fake ceiling up here to cover this little hole thing. I don't know what's happening there, but it needs to be hidden. Maybe we'll put in some spotlights. I would also like maybe a few spotlights on the bottom of the stairs here just to give like this area a little more light. But in general, that's all that we need to do over here. And then this is the biggest problem area left to do because this just needs to have drywall put over it, which is not like, this is like a one-day job for when someone else, probably Laurent, is here because I just can't carry the drywall sheets up the stairs by myself because they are giant and heavy. So as soon as someone else is here to help me carry things up the stairs, then that can get done quite quickly. Over here, just that one little bit, the white over here just needs to get a color coat of paint. Look how pretty it is outside. Oh, I can never pass this window without like properly looking out of it. Gorgeous. Yeah, so just a color coat of paint on this little white trim area around the window. And then a little tile backsplash behind the stovetop. But oh, here you can see, and then you can see my computer watching Pride and Prejudice as I work. And then the last little bit is to paint this door. I need to put some putty where I filled in the hole of the door and then sand it off so it's nice and smooth. And then just paint the door. That's pretty simple and straightforward. And over the door, I have not put the paintable wallpaper like I put everywhere else because what I think I want to do is actually do a mural similar to what I did in the hallway out here. And just do a little self-contained mural over the door because that was such a thing in chateaus to have a little mural or painting on the wall over the door. And I think that would be a nice thing to have in this kitchen. But that is the last of the things that are needed for the kitchen. It's not a lot. So yeah, we're getting very, very close to being done in here, which is amazing because all of the other rooms, except for the shower room, which is just a little, WC with a shower in it. I guess it's not a WC, I guess it's just a shower room. Clues in the name. Everything else on the second floor besides the shower room is done, like done, like really completely finished done. So once we do those 5 or 6 little extra jobs in here, this will also be done. And then it's only the shower left to do. And then the second floor is completely 100% finished. That would be so good. I'm very excited for that day to come. We've also moved down and started working on the first floor, which is not 100% finished, but just to have like basically 1/3 of the house, well, 1/4 of the house done is insane. Hello everyone, welcome to another Chateau guessing game episode, moment, what is this? I don't know, it's time for Chateau guessing game. If you haven't played before, I'm going to show you a Chateau in just a moment, and if you guess correctly in the comments before the deadline that's at the bottom of your screen right now, then I will feature your name in my next short, which will be about this Chateau. So just before I do show you that Chateau though, I want to just remind you guys to please do take a moment to subscribe and
I would be very, very grateful for that, because it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, and it helps you out because it will keep you up to date with all of the videos that are coming on this channel and you won't miss anything. And if you're already subscribed, then please do take a moment to like. And with that, I'm going to show you your chateau because it's really cold out here. It is -2 today and it's freezing. Okay, here's your chateau. Alright, a couple of quick clues for this one because it might be a little tricky to guess. This chateau is located about 1 hour north of Paris. It is surrounded by a moat, which in my experience is pretty unique. I haven't seen that many chateaus in France that have their original moat intact. And this was the filming location for a very famous French film called Les Visiteurs, The Visitors, about medieval people who come forward in time and find their descendants living in this chateau. So if you think you know what chateau this is, then give me a guess in the comments, and if you're right, you get featured in the short. And with that, I will see you guys next time.